What is good, y'all boys? We are back with a new video, and as you guys can see right here, we have our final build video before NBA 2K26 releases. We only have about 2 days before the game releases. I'm very excited, but you guys know I had to save the best build for last, so I'm sure you guys have already seen a bunch of 7'4" stretch builds out there. There will most definitely be a lot of them in the park this year, but you know, there's a lot of different variations. I think you guys are gonna love mine because my version of the stretch 7'4" is kind of like tied into the meta like 7-foot center, and you guys will see what I mean very shortly. But anyway, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you guys enjoy this video, and let's get straight into it. So first things first, of course, we have our position at center, height at 7'4", weight is at 251 pounds, and the wingspan is at 7'7". So for this wingspan, I noticed a lot of people went pretty much the minimum wingspan to get their 3-point as the highest attribute as possible. But for this 7'4" stretch, all we're concerned about is having at least an 83 3-point rating, and you guys will see why very shortly. So first things first, this right here, guys, is our 7'4" stretch, weighing at 249 pounds with a 7'7" wingspan. And as you guys can see right there, this is a significantly different 7'4" build to the ones that you guys have probably seen. Just very quickly, for example, this build has the same amount of strength that most 7-foot centers or meta centers out there will have. 91 strength, which gives you gold brick wall. Majority of the 7'4" stretch builds that I've seen only have about like an 80 something strength, which I believe would only be like bronze, maybe even silver brick wall. But my idea of making my 7'4" stretch was kind of like, I still want to be able to operate like a meta center. Just because I'm on a stretch, it doesn't mean that I don't want to be able to set solid bodies and, you know, big screens for my guard. And then another example, we also have a 94 O board, which we can then cap eventually to 99, which will give us our legend rebounding badges also. So in a way, it kind of is like a hybrid 7'4" stretch at the same time as being like a meta 7-foot center that we saw in 2K25. But anyway, we'll get into all the attributes again one by one, but starting with our 3-point shot, like I said before, 83-3, because that is what lets us get bronze limitless range. Very important. We can't be a stretch without having at least bronze limitless. And this is also another big difference from the other 7'4" stretch was that I've seen, that I've gone with a minimum wingspan, which lets them get an 89-3. But the only thing is, if you were to go for an 89-3 on this build, there is zero chance that you can get your offensive rebound or defensive rebound to where it is right now on this build, and you also can't get a high strength. I'm going to quickly use this one here as an example. So this is a 7'4" stretch with the 89-3. This is actually Brother Jones's version of a 7'4" stretch. And as you guys can see right here, his max rebounding is at 85 defensive, and then strength, as you guys can see right there, only caps out at 81. That is a significant difference. I mean, obviously his version of the stretch is more like an actual stretch build, and it honestly is a good build. Same as this one here. This is Joey 2K's 7'4" stretch, and the same thing, if you go for a high 3, as you guys can see right there, the maximum rebounding that you can get is an 85. The maximum rebound chaser that you can get on an 85 is only on silver, so even if you max +2 it, you'll only get Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And once again, the low strength, and this strength actually only gives you bronze brick wall, because you need at least an 83 strength to get that to silver. By the way, I'm not saying in any way that my build is going to be 100% better than theirs. Both those other builds are also very solid. I only brought them up for the sake of being able to compare my build and see where the differences are with where I place my attributes. Anyway, the reason why they've gone with an 89-3 is that so they can get silver limitless, and majority of the stretch builds plan to do shooting build specialization, because then you can get your limitless range to Hall of Fame, which would obviously be crazy on a 7'4". That would be a lot of fun. But as you guys can see, there was a massive trade-off. You have to give up your legend rebounding. You have to give up your big screens. So if you're someone that's happy to do that, then go ahead. I think their build is definitely more perfectly suited for you guys. But if you're someone that still wants to have that 7'4" stretch, but at the same time be able to operate like a meta 7-foot center, then I'd say that my build is probably more suited for you. This 83-3 with the bronze limitless range, I mean, you can still max +2 this to a gold limitless range, which would still be pretty solid. And on top of that, we also have bronze Deadeye and silver set shot specialist. 74 midi, and then free throw, I think I had a lot of spare, so I put that there because I'm probably going to use this for the rec as well. Maybe even the Pro-Am. Moving on to our finishing though, as you guys can see right here, I have an extremely high close shot. I went with a 92 close shot because that gives me Hall of Fame float game, gold paint prodigy, and silver hook specialist. Close shot is one of the cheaper attributes to max out on this build, and honestly I say this all the time and I'll say it again, close shot is one of the most underrated attributes to have on a big man. And after seeing how good floaters are and layups are on this game, I can tell you now this 92 close shot with these badges that you can see right there at the bottom will definitely help you mash. This will be very effective whenever you want to just put up a quick shot near the paint. And as you guys can see right there, we have a 75 post control because that is what lets us get bronze unpluckable. Very, very important because obviously on a big build like this, you're going to get a lot of reaches on you. And then for our standing dunk, we went with an 84 because that lets us get silver rise up and gold aerial wizard. For playmaking, we have an 87 pass accuracy. Pretty simple because you want to have that gold break starter badge. And also we get gold dimer, bronze bailout, and gold versatile visionary. This is a build that is definitely well suited for 5s as well, so having that gold break starter badge is essential. And for our interior defense, we have an 88, so pretty solid. You also get gold post lockdown, bronze paint patroller, and gold off-ball pest. We have a 58 perim, 46 steal, and a 74 block. Moving on to our rebounding, like I stated earlier, you want to have at least a 94 in either defensive rebound or offensive rebound, and in this case, well, in most cases for my center builds, I go with a higher offensive rebound. And that 94 gives you Hall of Fame box out beast and gold rebound chaser off rip. And either you add +5 to this offensive rebound, get that to a 99, and get both these badges at legend, or you can use a max +2 on that gold rebound chaser, get it to legend, or a max +1 on box out beast and get that to legend as well. Once again, this is one of the main differences in my build. A lot of the 7'4" stretches out there that you guys have already seen don't get this because their wingspan is too low, as they've gone with a higher 3-point. And finally, for our physicals, we have a 55 speed. I know this is one of the biggest downsides of this build, unfortunately. For a 7'4" with 249 pounds, I mean, there's really not much you can do. This is the maximum speed you can get on this build. And obviously, if we wanted to get 91 strength on this build, that is the minimum weight requirement. So basically, if you want gold brick wall on a 7'4", the maximum speed that you can get is a 55. I mean, obviously, unless you lower your strength to wherever you get silver brick wall, I think it's like at an 80 something, and then just max +1 the brick wall badge to gold, you easily could do that. That way you'll be able to lower the weight a lot more and then probably get the speed up to like 60 something. And then vertical is at a 62. Okay, so the requirement for bronze pogo stick is actually a 63 vertical. I mean, my way of thinking was that I'm really not going to spam jump a lot. I don't think I need pogo at all. I'm on a 7'4" with a 7'7" wingspan. I'm really not going to be jumping a lot to contest. I'm mainly just going to be protecting the paint. I mean, the only time I will jump though is whenever I'm getting the rebound. If you are somebody though that definitely wants pogo stick on this build, then I'll definitely tweak it by lowering the close shot. If you really, don't care about having that high of a close shot anyway, you can easily get that vertical to a 63 and you can get bronze pogo. But anyway, this right here, guys, is our version of the 7'4" stretch. And the build that we have made has shades of Vlade Divac, Victor Wembanyama, of course, Marc Gasol, and the archetype is a pick and pop board enforcer. And just some of the strengths that we have: gives teams multiple looks, incredible touch around the rim, plays with brute force, paint defense is very dependable, and then the weaknesses, not a moving lob threat because, our driving dunk's not really that high. Limited side to side athletic movement. I mean, you can't really be athletic side to side with a 7'4" anyway. So we are just going to have to live with that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and liked my version of the 7'4" stretch. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Let me know in the comments, what is your ideal, type of 7'4" stretch build? Or what changes would you make to this one? And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.